Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Total Wrestling Live 89. My name is Devlin Ridley. I am on the commentary bench with the Focus, Nick Butty.
What's going on, party people?
And welcome to TA 89! Please join me in welcoming to the ring your guilty pleasure, your middleweight medallion holder, Liam Black.
Well, check this out. Liam Black starting things off. I'm not sure why this crowd is so disrespectful to an athlete the caliber of Liam Black.
Liam Black taking things up to 11, vanquishing just about every middleweight in this division, calls himself the guilty pleasure, solidifying his place as one of the greatest middleweight medallion holders of all time. And honestly, I can't really disagree with him. He's backed up his words.
Well, how can you? He went through an entire tear through the rest of the middleweights, and now he holds the gold himself.
We're not starting this. We're not.
You see the appropriate chance for Liam Black and his underhanded
I call it
tactics as of late.
disrespectful.
I'm going to wait because I can be louder than all of you. Whenever you're done, you let me know. This is my time, and you guys are interrupting me.
Disrespectful, Monster Factory faithful.
I'm out here for the what? I'm out here. I'm not here for one reason, and that reason is to tell each and every single one of you that I am your guilty pleasure. There is no one else in the world you would rather watch perform than me. No one. You, when you go home at night, you're going to look in that rearview mirror and you're going to say to yourself, you know what? I have never seen anyone as good as Liam Black, but you'll never tell your family and you'll never tell your friends and you won't even admit it to yourself, but you know and I know that I am who you love. I am your guilty pleasure. And ladies and gentlemen, in case you ain't figured it out yet, I am the greatest middleweight in the world.
A fired up Liam Black. Some people call it a tangent. I call it the truth. What is...
He's had quite the tear, but
someone hit a button backstage. We're sorry about that. There's no one in their right mind could be interrupting the middleweight medallion holder. Can we get whoever's on production? I'm sorry, Liam. It seems, folks, it looks like someone's hit a switch or something. I don't know what's going on.
well,
Wait a minute.
somebody's walking through a curtain. Oh my God, Nick Butty, that's Mikey Webb,
Get out of here.
a 14-year veteran in professional wrestling.
And on June 20th, the 89th edition of TRL, he steps into the ring here, interrupting Liam Black. And he apparently has something to say.
I mean, with some...
Since we're giving microphone lessons, everyone can hear you without you eating and yelling into it, okay?
Maybe not. You don't know that.
Mikey Webb going old school.
So we're out here, we're listening to you, and I've been watching the little promos online about you being the greatest middleweight of all time. There's nobody with a resume in Monster Factory history. Well, Mikey Webb. But Mikey Webb. Let me take you down a trip down memory lane. Look at that wall right there. Look at that. That is a list of men that I've beaten time and time and time again to be your Monster Factory two-time heavyweight champion. Mikey Webb! Mikey Webb! Mikey Webb! Mikey Webb! Mikey Webb!
Clearly has a favorite here.
Well, it's his home turf. As you called it, he was here first.
They're not even close to done.
Damn right.
And we could stand here for a good long time, but they got wrestling to see tonight. So we're not going to list every single one of my accomplishments. But if you want to prove something tonight, why don't you take your nice shiny medallion and put it on the line versus the greatest Monster Factory heavyweight champion, the living legend, Mikey Webb.
Mikey Webb with the rap sheet of legends.
I'm gonna shut your old ass up tonight. You know what? You're on. Oh, God. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the challenge has been made official. Mikey Webb challenging Liam Black for the middleweight medallion.
And it's been accepted. Liam Black with a short but sharp acceptance for Mikey's challenge.
This could be a match of the century candidate right here. Liam Black might have just bitten off a bit more than he could chew, but regardless, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TRL 80 Night. Every Friday night, we're here at the world-famous Monster Factory at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with a night of wonderful professional wrestling from our students. We are
Lots of action coming your way. We are geared up, revved up, and excited, folks. Let's kick it.
Here we go.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
That's some familiar music from last week, Nick.
Well, it was new last week, just like the attitude was.
Introducing first, from Runaway, New Jersey, weighing in at 170 pounds, Sebastian Valentino!
Well, Sebastian Valentino is spinning his tag team partner, Mark Rasslin Jr. in a 360, along with a 180-degree change in behavior, breaking up the tag team known as High Fashion. Absolutely heartbreaking to the Monster Factory faithful. But what a betrayal it was a couple of weeks ago.
And his opponent,
Jules, a new rising star here at the Monster Factory, has had quite the impact in the last couple of weeks in tag team matches. However, tonight he makes his singles match debut against Sebastian Valentino. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this man. He rocks some of the greatest denim I've ever seen. He has a very high-octane offense, a showman at heart, but an absolute unit of an athlete. Personally, this is going to be a great opener match. What are your thoughts, Nick Petit?
Well, in this sport, we talk about a clash of styles, and usually we're talking about different maneuvers and whatnot, but I'm looking at the swagger of both of these two competitors, whether it's Sebastian or Jules, both decked out in some amazing attire.
Yeah, Sebastian, the perennial fashionista, but Jules, definitely not a slacker in that regard. It'll be a clash of styles, both technical and to the eyes, I will say.
As you pointed out during that amazing entrance by Jules, Jules has been making a wave of momentum here at the Monster Factory in the last couple of weeks. But we talk about Sebastian's last couple of weeks, a different change in attitude and behavior ever since distancing himself away from Mark Rasslin Jr.
Yeah, he was willing to take the shortcuts and low road against Fast Track Ezra Coleman last week, a formidable competitor in his own right. We'll see how if Jules really has it scouted, if he can hold up to what Sebastian has planned for him. Sebastian already starting off with the disrespect.
That right there, that pie face, that's the aggression, the newfound aggression that we're talking about from Sebastian Valentino. And you may not like it, and the fans here at the factory may have things to say about it, but it's worked in the past as of recent.
See some good chain wrestling from Jules.
Very slick, very smooth.
Very smooth, very sultry. Taking him down with the drop toe, but Sebastian fighting off, whips him into the ropes. Goes for hip toss, Jules blocks. Spins him around, going for a backslide perhaps, get his shoulders down. Sebastian able to escape.
As we said before, previous performances have been impressive. Jules, cover again, shoulders are down, Sebastian. Able to get the kick out, looking kind of winded early.
Take him over with a beautiful arm drag. Julesy holds the ring. Sebastian is in retreat.
In retreat. Hey, listen, it's athletics. A minor break is not a big deal. Taking a breather, using the 10 count to your advantage.
Stomping on the clothes of Julesy. Now that's not very nice of you,
It
Sebastian.
doesn't have to be nice. It's mind games. All he has to do is be effective. And look at Julesy leaving the ring, perhaps playing into Sebastian Valentino's game plan.
Hopefully he doesn't fall for Sebastian's tricks. Blocks the right. Able to reverse it into a right of his own. Ooh. Kick to the dome of Julesy. That'll rock your brain in a wonderful German suplex.
Right there. That's the acumen of Sebastian Valentino right there. A little bit of distance was created. Julesy thought he had the high ground, and Sebastian was able to take that foot and stick it right into the jaw.
Well, Sebastian wrestled once a former style similar to Julesy, now adapted a more ground and pound, methodical, surgical approach. Now he's not giving Julesy any room, any respite, stomping a hole in him in the corner.
Well, he used that foot to stop Julesy dead in his tracks, and he's not leaving that plan. This could be an early night for Julesy. Perhaps I spoke too soon, but that's just the passion and the fire of Julesy.
Well, Julesy finding an opening, but it wasn't enough as Sebastian took him right back over. Now ringing that left arm.
You know what I will say? Sebastian Valentino, a few months ago, may have gotten criticism for something what people call underhanded. There's the cover. Julesy able to get the shoulder out. But you know what? It's effective, and I think Sebastian is sinking more into that feeling every single time he gets in that ring as of late. It's wonderful to see. Not caring what the people have to say, not caring about getting their approval. Sebastian Valentino is moving the direction that he wants to move in.
Well, as he hits a nice body slam, coming from someone who idolizes himself and wants to take everyone else out of frame, it's really fitting to see that you are. Oh, beautiful cover there.
Julesy elevating those hips and able to trap Sebastian up. And Sebastian again going back to that boot, going back to that kick.
That was a devastating big boot.
It was a devastating smile we saw too. Here's the cover, shoulder up.
You say you as someone who is, I will say, very focused on himself can relate to what Sebastian is going through, shutting out his supporters and tag team partners to really just focus on himself and his own wants and needs.
He's dialed in on him. There's nothing wrong with that. Keep doing your thing, Sebastian. Don't listen to the haters.
Well, I disagree. I feel like Sebastian deserves this hate. He lands the hip check in the corner.
Beautiful hip check. And again, the head of Julesy being attacked over and over and over in this matchup. Sebastian went for it again. Julesy had it scouted.
Julesy hitting the midsection with those rights and lefts, but Sebastian once again cutting him right back down. Oh. Julesy going upside down.
He tried this before, it didn't work. And this time he lands that Rana. And the Monster Factory faithful coming unglued here.
This could be Sebastian's worst nightmare. Julesy's getting momentum. We saw what that's done to his opponents in the last couple of weeks. Once he gets going, he's very hard to stop.
Two massive chops. And a splash with the rotation to gain momentum into the corner. And Julesy with the second win, starting to have some fun.
Big boot off of running the ropes.
Returning the favor to Valentino from all those kicks from earlier.
And now you see a rolling Julesy. Hits the maneuver.
Check out the acumen, check out the smarts on Sebastian Valentino. Not wasting his time struggling getting the shoulder up, but using his ring awareness to get his foot on the rope.
Saved a bit of energy. You see Julesy even hooked the arm there, Sebastian, to prevent that exact scenario from happening, but Sebastian, too quick-witted. Julesy goes under. Could we be seeing a gory bomb here? Sebastian able to...
Oh, able to... They got tangled up. They got tangled up. They got tangled up. And I think Sebastian there was looking to maneuver his feet. It looked like his foot got caught. Oh, there it is. That's a 1-2-3, folks.
Are you kidding me?
No, that's a 1-2-3. There's no joke there.
That was a clear low blow. A clear as day low blow, and then Sebastian had his foot on the ropes.
Well, I'll tell you what I saw. I saw Sebastian Valentino counter out of that maneuver, and they got tangled up in the referee. It happens, and his foot just got caught up a little high. I'll give you that, but a pin's a pin. You saw it. 1-2-3. Sebastian Valentino is your winner once again here on TRL.
A pin's a pin. I don't know what you're speaking, but we all saw what happened. That was cheap. That was dirty. I feel bad for Julesy having his first loss be like that, but regardless, it's a win for Sebastian.
Well, Jules Z showed a lot of heart and determination, and yeah, everybody here at the world-famous Monster Factory is going crazy for Jules Z.
I mean, why won't they?
Get him next time, Chief.
He's an entertainer. He does really well.
Very impressive showing, but the W goes to who? Sebastian Valentino.
I will give you that. Sebastian does pick up the win. Well, speaking of W's, this group has been on a bit of a hot streak as of late.
As they should be.
God, look at them. I feel with nothing but disdain every time I see this group of... Oh, Pete Carter's back, Nick.
We are so happy to see that he's healthy. So happy to see that he's in good spirits here. Everyone should be standing up and respecting these guys.
Happy Friday, losers and half-wits.
Gross.
He's telling the truth.
I love your pink jacket. There's one of the members of the Pink Posse Club right there, and I see another one right there. So many members of the Pink Posse Club. We are being dominant right now. We are on such an incredible win streak. Mr. Isaac Taylor, he's just beating people left and right. Poor Mikey. Speaking of which, we've been having a lot of fun with my least favorite new tag team, the Guaranteed Mikey and Brian Murphy, or as I like to call them, the Bald and the Beautiful. I'll let you guys figure out which one's which.
Oh, say his name and he
What the
shall
heck
appear.
is this? Pete Carter's out here doing his thing, letting everybody know about all things pretty and pink, and then these two.
I mean, personally, I think Mikey and Brian Murphy are doing the Monster Factory faithful a public service in putting an end to the long monologue by Pete Carter.
The only service that was done here tonight was Pete Carter letting us all know about the Bald and the Beautiful. I mean, what an amazing name that Mike Z and Brian Murphy should adopt.
Is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Guerrero, Mexico, Milton Malo! And from Allentown, Pennsylvania, Guarantee Mikey!
First, Guaranteed Mike Z all fired up. Call them the Bald and the Beautiful, but Brian Murphy was not the one who had his head shaved in that hair versus hair match. Let me remind you of that fact, Nick.
Yeah. The bell sounds, and here we go.
First lockup is underway as both competitors jockeying for position. A little bit of a mismatch here, but Mike Z, a former Monster Factory champion, Milton going for the hair.
What do you have against Pete's posse? Every week they come out here with more style and more charm and more poise than anybody else on the roster. What issue do you have with Pete's posse?
Yeah, lots of issues. I think they're very tacky. I don't like the way they wrestle. I hate the way they treat the Monster Factory fans.
You probably like the fact that Mike Z just displayed his power against Milton, huh?
Well, look at Mike Z. Look at Milton.
Listen to this crowd.
They're reinforcing the truth.
Pete's posse is not having it.
Well, Mike Z off for the lockup. Milton decided to go low instead as the headlock is scored by Milton, but Mike Z.
Well, Milton did the smart thing. He heard the crowd getting behind Mike, and he decided to change his tactics.
Mike Z reversing the headlock into one of his own here tonight. It's Pete Carter, I think, yelling insults at Mike Z from the outside.
He's yelling support to his friend Milton. Keep your bias out of here, Devlin.
Mike Z blowing through Milton with that shoulder tackle. Like a crazed look in his eyes. I don't envy Milton's position right now.
I'll tell you this, the second that Milton is able to figure out his footing here, you better start calling it that way.
Well, it's a minute in this match. Milton's already on his knees begging, but taking advantage of the generosity of Mike Z now.
Not what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing an aggressive Milton getting all over top of a former Monster Factory champion.
Kidding me? He used an underhanded tactic to do it, Nick.
Milton charges in, beautiful splash.
And getting about 6 inches of height off the ground with that jump into the corner.
That's all that he needed.
Mike Z
knocking the wind out of Mike Z.
Mike Z flooring Milton with that kick. And now catch them with a line. Milton is a little staggered at the moment.
Milton's fine. Milton's got 3 people in his corner. Mike's got 1. It's a numbers game. And even though it's not a tag match situation, it's all about the mental aspect of it. Milton's got to look over and believe that he's got 3 people in his corner. Mike's only got Murph, and Murph's more concerned about fruit roll-ups than anything else.
Have you ever had a fruit roll-up before? Those things are super tasty.
I've had these punches before by Mike Z, and I've also had this crowd get loud just like this. This is awful.
It's awful for Milton. Great night for the rest of us here at the Monster Factory as Mike Z fires up.
Milton's in a bad spot here. He's got to find his footing. He's completely lost in there right now. Mike Z is entirely in control at this moment.
Mike Z with a stiff Irish whip into the turnbuckles. Milton is reeling. Mike Z getting a crowd behind him here tonight.
Mike Z adopting some emotion from Murphy.
Almost couldn't get the feet under him. I guess that's the pains of learning a new style, but what a beautiful sharing of sentiments from Brian Murphy to Mike Z there.
It was effective enough for the factory faithful. And now he's got Milton up on his shoulders. Call it, Devin. What's about to happen here?
He's about to hit him with something big. Fireman's carry. Milton poking the eyes, though.
I think his hand slipped.
Well, trying to go for a sunset flip cover, but it's looking to be ineffective. Yeah, Mike Z a little confused. He's wondering why he isn't being pinned right now.
Mike Z is using an illegal grip on his heels to keep down to the canvas. The referee should be checking his footwear.
Illegal grip at his heels. Angle slam. Milton cannot get out of the blocks. Mike Z's in full control here. Could be teeing up for the end.
Oh, no, not this.
It's time, Nick.
It's one of a Monster Factory championship, and Isaac Taylor knows it, and Murphy intercepting.
Murphy, I get standing up for your friends, but there's
surrounded.
There's one of you.
He's surrounded now. And I'll give Mike credit for trying to come in. Whoa, whoa, check this out! No way!
And your winner, Milton Malo!
Are you kidding me, Nick?
Did you see that? Did you see the teamwork of Pete's posse? Isaac Taylor.
Hold up!
Murph's got something to say, y'all.
I know y'all are wearing pink, but if you're truly feeling some posse power, I know you ain't winning that way. Isaac Taylor, get in this ring. I want a little piece of posse.
What?
Brian Murphy standing up for his friend Mike Z here.
What the heck's he think he's doing out here calling shots? What, is he laying out a challenge?
It appears he is. Isaac Taylor cost Mike Z the match. A match he had won, by the way.
So a fired up Brian Murphy wants to play sheriff against Pete's posse, huh?
Well, Isaac Taylor stuck his nose in business where it didn't belong, and now he's
Now, did you see that? How he
saw
threw the shirt at me?
Yeah, he's got great aim. I'm glad he threw it at you. Now, Isaac, the perennial coward. Brian Murphy getting
perennial
chased.
coward. He's an athlete who knows his own cardio and his wind, and he knows a break when he needs it. Get out of here with your bias.
It's not bias. My eyes don't lie to me.
Check this out. Why don't you call it like you see it? Mike Z bit off more than he can chew, and he's face to face with Pete's posse right now.
Oh. Brian Murphy trying to get some Isaac Taylor, but Isaac Taylor, just like Milton Malo, going for that throat shot, now takes him down with the neck breaker.
Brian Murphy got caught being sneaky, and he took a neck breaker to pay for it. And don't forget, the incredibly talented Isaac Taylor. He's got a few impressive W's here in the Monster Factory. We could be seeing another one here tonight. I don't know why you would come out here and mess with Pete's posse. Why would you mess with a foursome like Pete's posse? It makes no sense to me, but if Brian Murphy and Mike Z want to do that, go for it.
Well, Brian and Mike Z have really been on the receiving end on Pete's posse's aggression. I'd call it more of self-defense, but regardless, they have been a little outmatched in terms of the win-loss record recently.
It's a posse. It's a group of people. The numbers games are against you automatically. Why would you think that you have a chance? This is what happens when your brain's more on fruit roll-ups than they are on W's. I could have spoken too soon. Murphy, unique tabletop maneuver, able to trip up Taylor. And now 2 back elbows, floors him.
And Murphy taking out the base, hooking both of these arms. We got the signature headbutt right to the chin and sternum. Takes Isaac Taylor clean off of his feet there, Nick.
Anytime Murphy gets like this, it gets kind of scary. I may not like him personally, I may have my opinions, but when Brian Murphy gets that look in his eyes and he grips you in this maneuver right here, it gets unpretty.
Well, going for the unprettier, Isaac escaping, club in the back. Low bridging him.
Taylor charging in, he almost fell to the floor, but again, his wonderful team is there to save him. Excellent job, boys.
Mike Z.
Did you see Mike Z push the domino effect of Pete's posse just then?
Mike Z getting his lick back against Milton Malo.
Can we get an EMT out here for Carter? What is this? No
Murphy
way!
with the small
no
package.
Way!
Murphy gets the lick back. Murphy got one over on Isaac Taylor, avenging his friend Mike Z here tonight.
Well, a game of tit for tat between these two units right here. Mike Z came out to have a contest with Milton, and some would say that Pete's posse got involved, and that's why Milton was able to pick up the victory. But then, Murphy and Mike Z able to turn the tables. Z able to get out a W himself, or Murphy rather. All of this is just insane, but everything that just transpired. Murphy able to get a W.
I don't care who you are.
Isaac Taylor, incredibly talented Isaac Taylor.
Everyone needs a friend like Brian Murphy, because that was him stepping up for a friend.
Yeah, if you want a bunch of sugar being shoved into your mouth at all times, yeah, call on a guy like Brian Murphy. If you want someone who's going to answer their phone a bunch, yeah, call Brian Murphy. Someone who's always going to be smiling, making jokes towards you, yeah, call Brian Murphy, if that's what you want.
Guys, we have more action underway here at Total Rasslin Live.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall.
So speaking of changes in behavior, a 180, we've been seeing a new version of controlled chaos over the last couple of weeks.
Introducing first, fighting out of the Red Dragon Dojo, King Chaos, Papa Juice, Power Controlled Chaos.
I saw how you tried to sneak that in there, talking about a new attitude. Ever since these guys have been much more precise and walked a much more narrow line. And yeah, it's a line that a lot of the factory faithful can't walk themselves. It's a line that doesn't involve their approval. Ever since they've taken that path, people like you have sat at this desk and tried to turn against these guys. These guys know exactly what they're doing. They're doing what they have to do to make a name for themselves.
Well, they're already big names. I'm not a fan of their underhanded tactics, but speaking of big names, we've got a tag team here that's been around for a long time here. It's Daniel Alexander and Oliver.
From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at a combined weight of 420 pounds, he is the next big deal, the Energy, Daniel Alexander, and the fire you can't put out, Oliver.
Daniel Alexander, always a big ball of energy, and we have Ollie who's doing his best.
Yeah, they got the music bumping, everybody's clapping and boogieing. But let's remember, what are those 4 posts, those three ropes and that one canvas? It's a wrestling ring, and Controlled Chaos knows how to move inside that bad boy, as do No Colors, Just Brothers. But I'll say this, the former tag champs against the former tag champs, this is going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, we'll have to see how Controlled Chaos adopts their new attitude into this match. Someone in the crowd threw the shirt back towards the direction of Controlled Chaos. They're
Controlled
clearly
Chaos
not
is frustrated at the betrayal of the Monster Factory faithful. I mean, how can you not see that?
betrayal. They turned their backs on the crowd first.
These people were jumping up and down for Papa Juice and Kid Chaos up until they decided to become a little bit more aggressive in an athletic endeavor. All of a sudden, that's being a bad person.
Well, Papa Juice and Daniel Alexander starting us off, trading tit for tat with their unique striking capabilities.
Can't even call it, it's so fast.
It's like 2 bolts of lightning in there, Nick. Daniel Alexander whips Papa Juice into the corner, up and over, rolls through, catches him with a drop kick. Daniel Alexander with a single leg of his own, 2 kip-ups.
It's like 2 gerbils in there, they can't catch each other. This might be the most shaken I've ever seen Papa Juice. And this might be the most vicious look I've seen in Daniel Alexander's eyes.
Well, Papa Juice has been wrestling here for about a year now, full time, and he finally found someone that can move just as fast as him and kick just as hard with him. But now to the other partners, Oliver trying to intimidate Kid Chaos with his size. Well, offering to test his strength, but switching it up constantly.
Come on, this is supposed to be a wrestling contest. What's Oliver doing? Oh, wow.
Well, catch them with a pump fake, straight right to the jaw, whip reverse into the ropes. Ollie now with the leapfrog. Kid Chaos shoves him off.
Went for a leapfrog of his own, and Oliver was able to get underneath him.
Now catching him with the corner. Ollie's very good with that brawler type offense, trying to get some of that, but went for a sidewalk. Kid Chaos countered, but Ollie countered back into a sidewalk.
May not be a fan, but that was pretty smooth, Oliver.
Some real good core strength from Oliver to be able to do that move. Now using Daniel Alexander as a weapon to Kid Chaos.
There's the experience and the teamwork, and there's the cover, and there's the kick out. Daniel Alexander doing an excellent job keeping Kid Chaos in their area of the ring.
Of course, so much experience between these two. A singles and a tag team, and now flipping back suplex. Ollie covers as the legal man.
It's going to take way more than that to keep down Kid Chaos. Controlled Chaos, despite these people having their opinions against them, have been through so much and have shown that they have a lot of heart here at the Monster Factory.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, all 4 of these men former tag champs, but Papa Juice able to intercept Daniel Alexander on the ropes, paid for it, but that was enough time for Kid Chaos to take advantage here.
Daniel Alexander able to squeak out that shoulder. Let's take you back about 10 seconds. Daniel Alexander, he went for the rebound. He caught himself in the wrong part of the ring. He shouldn't have been there. Papa Juice stung him with a kick. Kid Chaos followed up with a beautiful sling blade. And here we are now. Controlled Chaos showing exactly why they are what they are. All of this looks controlled, as chaotic as it is.
It's a oxymoron of the night, Nick. Kid Chaos gets a reprieve as Papa Juice takes over now. Tagging out to Kid Chaos again.
I have my bachelor's. I am not a moron.
Dumps Daniel Alexander like a sack of potatoes as, look at this father-son tag
Talk
team.
about an assist.
An
Beautiful electric chair splash.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Nick, but Daniel Alexander just getting his shoulder up, but he pays for it as Kid Chaos is not giving him any space to recover.
This is not at all where Daniel Alexander wants to be. You can see Oliver reaching over, trying his best to summon Alexander to his corner. And Papa Juice with the mind games. I like it.
Daniel Alexander connects with an absolute whip of a chop. Now those forearms. Here's the thing about Daniel Alexander, like most high flyers, once he gets going, it's hard to stop, but he's got to get going first.
Oh, and Daniel Alexander returns the favor with a sling blade, and I think a peeved off Kid Chaos didn't like it and snuck in a kick of his own. Shades of what he saw his father do earlier.
Like father, like son. Daniel Alexander had a window to try and make it back to his partner, but he was trying to fire himself up instead. Paid the price for it. As Papa Juice takes over once again.
You can hear the lull over this audience. They do not like what they're seeing, as effective as it is. It's such a shame, too, because these people said they came out here to see wrestling. They're seeing dominance and aggression, and they're choosing to sit on their hands. Why? Because Kid Chaos and Papa Juice don't come out here boogie-woogieing and dancing.
They dislike the tactics they've been using. They were an inspiration to many at one point. I mean, how could you not like the dynamic of the first ever father-son tag team champions? But one day they turned their backs on them all as Daniel Alexander with a beautiful step-up enziguri.
I may have an issue with Alexander, but I have no issue with that kick. And he was able to get the tag.
Here comes the bulldozer. Oliver takes him down to the line. Back elbow to Kid Chaos. Kick to the gut. Knee to the face. Whipping him off. Papa Juice reversing.
I think Oliver was studying those strikes from the apron, able to find his own. Beautiful neck breaker off the hook of this punch.
Well, Kid Chaos saving the day for his team. Catches Daniel Alexander with one of the gnarliest super kicks I've ever seen.
And that may have been it. We have two people of Kid Chaos in the ring and only one half of No Colors, just brothers.
Oliver with the pop-up sit-out power bomb. What is this?
Somebody once again in production hit a button. I'm so sorry if you can hear. I don't know what's happening. Whoever hit the button or the switch. We're live. We're live right now. What is
Christian Rocco?
Oh my gosh, this guy.
It's karaoke night, Nick. I love karaoke night.
Is that Toto?
Why'd you turn the song off? Let's go.
Well, karaoke for Christian Rocco has turned into critical chaos for Oliver.
Oh, that is it.
Critical chaos pick up the win.
And your winners, Kid Chaos, Papa Juice, Controlled Chaos.
It appears as though Christian Rocco was having another one of his moments. He thought it was his moment in the sun to come out here and sing. I guess he saw Daniel Alexander dancing and whatnot and thought, hey, I guess it's time. And that was enough. That was enough to take the eyes off the ball and to give Kid Chaos and Papa Juice, Controlled Chaos, another W here on TRL.
Well, I hope Christian Rocco finally gets his uninterrupted karaoke moment, but regardless, Controlled Chaos picking up the W here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, our next big show, Summer Splashdown, comes to you live July 12th from the world-famous Monster Factory.
Should be a splash.
Indeed.
Let's throw it to Metz. Let's see what she has to say next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Bring the thunder, bring the rainy spirits, speaking on my name. Dark nights on the west side and the south side, just the same. I'm riding in my blue Cadillac, creeping while the bass attacks, sipping.
Introducing first, from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 213 pounds, he is the Rogue Gentleman, Renard Dubois!
Renard Dubois, the Rogue Gentleman, hailing all the way from New Orleans. Let me tell you a little bit about this gentleman, Nick. He's been wrestling for 3 years. Took trips around Ecuador and Mexico, a multi-time world and tag team champion. I spoke with him earlier today. He mentioned that he is a martial artist, skilled.
And his opponent,
He's skilled. We'll get to his background later, but we don't have time for that. It's prime time, Nick.
Oh, give me a break.
accompanied by Stevie Brooks, from Blackwood, New Jersey, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is Primetime Christian Darling!
Yeah. Let's make a bunch of noise for Beefy McGee and Stevie Brooks over here.
Oh, prime time, Christian Darling. Always a crowd favorite. When he shows up, you know it's time to throw on those screens and watch this big guy wrestle.
I'm very curious to see how he fares against the Rogue Gentleman. Let's run through the background of the Rogue Gentleman. Tell me about those MMA experience.
Indeed, he is a martial artist skilled in kickboxing and jiu-jitsu in both professional and collegiate backgrounds. Been around the block. Christian Darling, though, no slouch of his own, has a collegiate wrestling background as well. A happy birthday chants to Christian Darling.
It wasn't even today, it was yesterday. I don't know why they're so happy. I mean, they're a day late.
You heard the man! What time is it?
This audience is definitely revved up for Christian Darling. The bell sounds, and here we go. Christian Darling, believing that it's prime time once again here on TRL, the 89th edition of TRL.
Renard Dubois looking to make his big impact on his Monster Factory debut. First lockup, test of strength. Christian Darling pushing Dubois back into the corner. Now both men jockeying for position as Dubois pushes Darling. Oh no, standing switch.
I'm not saying this because I have a personal issue with Christian Darling, but I think you saw a little bit of panic there, and that's why Dubois felt comfortable enough to smack his face just then. I'm just saying.
Maybe it's Dubois playing some mind games here. Somebody's going to be getting thrown around a whole bunch in this match, and Dubois is praying that it ain't him.
Two amazing physiques here, about to do battle.
Maybe you should be focusing on your opponent instead of jockeying to the crowd, Dubois. Oh, catching Darling with a kick to the gut. Talking some trash now.
I'll give Darling credit. He was doing the competitive thing. He was keeping in the center, obeying the referee's rules. He went in for a lockup. Dubois caught him with a kick.
Yeah, you see the strength of Christian Darling. Dubois went for a suplex. Darling chucked him off like he was nothing as Dubois now sent to the outside.
I think that cheap shot fired up and pissed off Christian Darling.
Yeah, you don't just kick Darling in the gut and expect nothing to happen.
This is not a good spot for Renard to be on the apron like this.
Renard catching him with a meteorite hook, though. Now, using some of that MMA background, landing those big hooks and those knees into the gut of, ooh.
Devastating strikes to the ribs, devastating strikes to the jaw, the neck, and now stomping both feet into the head of Christian Darling.
There's a basement shotgun drop kick there right to the dome of Darling.
And Christian Darling's a big guy. I've been in the ring with him. I've competed with him. I felt his power.
He's built like a Greek god and chiseled like a statue, but enough.
When you get kicked in the face like that, it doesn't matter how much you can bench. Chins don't do push-ups.
Absolutely. One of the most famous quotes to come from Mike Tyson: everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. What?
Well, it looks like that's it.
And your winner, Christian Darling!
Well, I think Dubois didn't realize that he had overextended his welcome with the 5 count there.
Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh!
Dubois trying to get one back over on Darling, but
I'm not sure what's happening here.
I don't think Darling.
Wait a minute, Christian Darling!
TKO! He's not going to let prime time be soured with a DQ finish.
Christian Darling pretty upset at an over-aggressive Renard who did not care about the referee's count.
This might be that unorthodox style of Renard. He might be doing 10 counts there in Ecuador.
Christian Darling drilling Renard twice.
Did a second one for good measure. Renard laid out like a pancake.
Somebody get the spatula.
Congrats to Christian Darling on the win. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a big main event coming up for you. Longtime Monster Factory wrestler Mikey Webb challenges the middleweight medallion holder Liam Black for the title here tonight. We need your professional analysis on this one, Nick.
I'm excited to see what both competitors pull out in the main event. A lot of harsh words in a short amount of time earlier to start off this night. And as we circle back around to their issue, it should be interesting to see what happens.
Don't forget to join us
28th at 3 p.m. for Bell to Bell presenting Liberty Bell. With the main event of Gabby Ortiz versus the Notorious Mimi for the Diamond Championship. On June 29th at 2:45 p.m., Enter the Fight is going to be here at Monster Factory. Remember that you can use discount codes and support your favorite Monster Factory stars at the same time. And June 28th at 7 p.m., Kaiju Big Battle presents Battle of the Gargantuan right here at the Monster Factory.
Well, a stacked lineup coming to the Monster Factory.
Absolutely amazing action that's about to happen underneath this roof. How can you not be excited?
It's your main event of the evening, and it is for the middleweight medallion.
Well, this could potentially be the biggest match of Liam Black's life here, Nick.
There was whispers happening earlier that it could be the end of the line for the middleweight streak of Liam Black. I'm not so sure about that, but the factory faithful seemingly wants to see it.
When you go against a titan like Mikey Webb, anything is possible, but Mikey Webb's been around the block. He's had his fair share of bumps and bruises, championships. He's got a rap sheet like no other. Listen to these names: Damian Priest, Abyss, QT Marshall. Those three are all men that Mikey Webb has beaten. He's a two-time Monster Factory champion, a four-time Supersonic champion, one-time tag team champion. I was looking to go all the way around the bases for the Grand Slam.
Let's talk about the home turf advantage. I mean, this is home to him. It's like going back home after a long break. It always feels like home. He might feel more comfortable than Liam.
Liam Black been wrestling not nearly as long. He made his in-ring debut only a couple of years ago after only 1 month of training.
Yeah, but he's been amazingly impressive ever since.
I've been saying it, this man has wings in his boots. Wrestles like nobody I've ever seen. One of the hardest workers here at the Monster Factory, and he's got that middleweight medallion, which he bested the unkillable Mark Raspa Jr. for. And I want to say one of the most brutal matches of Mark Raspa Jr.'s life, courtesy of Liam Black.
And not just Mark Raspa Jr., the entire middleweight division for upwards to a year. Liam Black, one by one, checking off all the boxes. From Anthony Bennett to Ty Awesome.
To my left, the challenger. From Worcester, Massachusetts, weighing in at 206 pounds, he is the former Monster Factory Tag Team Supersonic and Heavyweight Champion, the living legend, Mikey Webb. And to my right, from Philadelphia, by way of San Juan, Puerto Rico, he is your middleweight medallion holder. He is your guilty pleasure. He would like to be announced as the greatest middleweight in the world, Liam Black.
Some of these names you mentioned earlier: Anthony Bennett. We got Mark Raspa Jr., Sebastian Valentino, Sosa, Ezra Coleman, the fast track. All four of these men Liam Black has put down. I don't know why he's talking to me for. I'm not the one playing the Mr. Softy jingle.
Liam Black has worked very hard in that wrestling ring, and for these people to call him things like Mr. Softy, it's very reasonable why he gets frustrated.
He works very hard, but some of the tactics he uses, I don't know, it's not exactly helping his case here as the bell rings for our main event championship match. Mikey Webb, the challenger, Liam Black, the champion. Oh, Mikey Webb warming up those joints.
And enjoying the banter here from the Monster Factory faithful as they try to get inside the head of Liam Black.
Liam Black scoring a single leg takedown as the first blood in this match. But rolling Mikey Webb away, maybe playing some mind games here, Nick.
Well, Mikey Webb's got a big smile on his face. He doesn't seem too impressed.
He's like they did this to us in training back in 2015. Liam Black taking it down. Mikey Webb with the drop down. Liam cartwheels over. Drop kicks Mikey Webb.
Well, it doesn't seem so funny now, does it, Mr. Webb? Mr. Webb wants to make his way all the way down here from Massachusetts and play games with Liam Black. And he's about to find out very shortly why that might not be so smart with a beautiful head scissors takeover using the ropes for his assistance. Check out the athleticism from Liam Black. Call it honestly, Devlin, why don't you?
I'm calling it honestly. Liam's one of the best high flyers I've ever seen in the Monster Factory or out, but Mikey Webb using that veteran instinct to take out Liam's legs from that second rope.
He's using his wealth of experience. Right onto the sits bones. And a drop kick of his own.
Textbook drop kick there from Mikey Webb.
And that stunned Liam Black.
Yeah, Liam sent reeling into the corner. Mikey Webb has some powerful legs for that drop kick.
Liam charges in, and Webb now head scissors of his own, and that one sent Black's head right into the top turnbuckle. And a nasty kick floors Liam. Webb taken to the skies here.
On a fly, beautiful crossbody. Liam recoils onto his shoulders, able to get the shoulders up though, just in the nick of time.
That was a deep two, and we're only 2 minutes into this contest.
Now Mikey Webb can bring the pain like no other.
Liam Black has never faced an opponent looking this relaxed in a championship match.
You see wrenching the arm for the wrist lock into the sidewalk slam, but dumping him in the turnbuckles. That's a move I'd never seen here at the Monster Factory.
This is Liam Black's in a bad space here. Oh my goodness!
This is a corkscrew senton right on the middle rope. Liam able to survive yet again.
Mikey Webb showcasing that he knows how to use a ring. He tied up Liam in that corner, able to get some momentum and dropped his body with that senton, using his shoulders and his back to drop all of his weight into the chest of Liam Black.
Now you're seeing the Monster Factory style innovation in chain wrestling on full display here, but Liam Black clubbing blow to the back, and could be seeing this. I love this move.
Oh, beautiful kick, and that right there is the momentum changer.
Walking that tightrope like a Cirque du Soleil acrobat.
And not just walking it, able to get that kick right into the face, and that sent Mikey Webb to the apron and then to the floor.
That's why I say Liam Black defies gravity. I just wish he'd have a better attitude about things, you know, because that's the only thing keeping me from being a massive fan of this guy.
Well, this is what I like about Liam Black. He does not need to get Mikey into the ring at all to win this match. He could have just let him lay out there, but instead he drives us back into the apron of the ring and throws him back in.
The second hardest part of the ring there, Nick, as he starts clubbing his chest with those forearms and those elbows.
Yeah, where's that smile that Mikey Webb was displaying earlier?
Well, Mikey Webb has years of game plans. He's probably going through the files, the binders, pulling one out. He's seeing how much punishment he can weather. Has to figure out a game plan, though. I don't know if he's really encountered anything like Liam Black, but I don't know if Liam Black's really encountered anything like Mikey Webb, so I guess it evens out.
Well, listen, we've seen Liam Black take to the skies and use the top rope to his advantage, but sometimes doing what he's doing right now, just forearms, fists, and boots, is all you need, especially if you want to take your gold back home.
Mikey Webb getting catapulted. Some physics leverage there.
I love the humor of Liam Black, calling Mikey Webb an old-timer. Yeah, if you want to prance around like all these years of experience means something, expect to be called an old-timer, buddy.
Well, Mikey Webb does have 14 years of wrestling experience. Being an old-timer, well, it's a double-edged sword. You have the experience, but you also have the bump card, the bruises. You have cuts and injuries on your body that just will never go away as Liam Black now.
Compound injuries is what we call them in the business.
Well, my apologies. I'm not a terminology expert like the Focus over here. But Liam grounding Mikey Webb.
I never called myself an expert. I'm calling myself enjoying what the Guilty Pleasure is doing right now. I mean, we might get to see the middleweight medallion champion choke out Mikey Webb.
Well, it doesn't look like that's happening as Mikey Webb escapes a choke. Now he's fighting back. drives Liam Black into that corner with that last-ditch corner spear, though. And now he's got to catch his breath. Now, Mikey Webb laying Liam Black out to the mat, driving through him. Oh, whiffs the third line.
Exploding out of that corner, and then he got caught with a kick, and he lands right back where he started.
A beautiful angle. Liam had that scouted. And there's the athletic acumen of Liam Black with that springboard corkscrew kick.
And that foot caught Webb right in the forehead. He tried to get his feet underneath him, and he couldn't do it. Stumbled straight down.
Every move done from a springboard hurts that much more because you're using the ropes to get the extra torque, and the corkscrew does not help at things for Mikey Webb.
It's those glancing, confusing blows where you see somebody come right at you, and then they disappear, and they jump up, and then they hit you in the head. It's those shots that hurt the most. You don't see them coming.
Liam Black trying to assert his throne over Mikey Webb's body.
Liam Black is not worried about putting on a display of athleticism. He is just being pure aggressive here tonight. Mikey Webb stepped into what Liam believes to be his home turf and embarrassed him earlier.
I think Liam's body there might have blocked the view of the shoulders from the referee on that 2 count.
Or the last bit of struggle. Webb able to get his shoulder up for a little bit, but that might be the last bit of struggle that Webb has in him. It looks like the windows are closing in.
Now Mikey Webb looks like he's reeling as the Mr. Softy jingle continues to play in the background. Monster Factory fans letting Liam Black know full well what they think of him. What a gnarly chop that was.
Nasty chop sends echoes bouncing off the walls of the world-famous Monster Factory. And again, there's a hush over the crowd. The hypocrites, the Monster Factory faithful. They say they want to see action. It's happening in front of them, and all they can do is play songs and make fun of the guilty pleasure. But the guilty pleasure's on top right now, ladies and gentlemen. Liam Black, your middleweight medallion holder, is schooling Mikey Webb.
Yeah, those chops definitely. The third one connects. Well, call Mikey Webb Mr. Salisbury Steak because that's exactly how his chest is going to turn out. I've taken Liam Black's chops. I felt them for a week afterwards. No joke.
It doesn't just sting, it knocks the wind out of you.
Oh, Mikey Webb not going to let that slide. A full open hand slap to the face, and now a chop of his own. Teeing off on the chest of Liam Black.
Well, the crowd here loves to hear it.
Liam Black regretting ever chopping. Look at Mikey Webb's chest right now, Nick.
I'm sure he hates to feel it.
It looks like, yes, there is color. Liam Black has busted Mikey Webb's chest open with those chops and now pulls him in for that close quarters line. Not letting Liam Black get any separation here.
Got one arm hooked and another arm free. The free arm is the club one.
Turn him inside out on that last one.
And that's the momentum shift that you're looking for. And perhaps I spoke too soon.
Oh, pops up, buckle powerbomb to Liam Black.
Sends him into the corner, and then that one knee code breaker, that could be it. The cover, the count. Black's able to get the shoulder up.
Oh, we could have had a new champion right there, Nick.
Liam Black, his head bouncing off that turnbuckle, and then he's being driven into the canvas. His knee being driven to the jaw, I should say.
A devastating combo. He hit Liam Black with 3 of the most painful moves in professional wrestling. The chop, the code breaker, and that buckle bomb. Moves that have ended careers. And Liam's still alive.
Liam still to his feet here.
He's saying, Mikey, oh! Showing the scars from those chops I mentioned earlier. His chest busted open.
It looks like he was going for a bulldog there. Liam able to keep his heels on the ground and throw Webb into the corner, and this is not good.
Yeah, using the ropes to his advantage in more ways than one, but Mikey Webb, just wrenching the neck on Liam.
Shades of Macho Man. That leap over stun gun, and now he takes to the sky!
Tassels and all, gnarly Meteora. Can we see it? Oh.
The guilty pleasure at the last moment. Able to get his shoulder off the canvas.
I'm shocked that didn't finish him. You saw the referee. His hand was less than 4 inches from the mat.
You can hear the Monster Factory faithful getting behind Webb here.
We're about 1/10 of a second away from Mikey Webb running the bases and completing that grand slam. He's got to think of a new game plan, a new
Fireman's
finisher.
carry. A fireman's carry.
Oh, you can do a lot of things out of a fireman's
Mikey Webb's
carry.
got the champion at fireman's carry.
Ooh. Beautiful Pele kick. Flipped out of what looked to be a running Death Valley driver.
There's that knee. Caught him flush in the temple.
Absolutely pulling the trigger. Rocking Mikey Webb. If only Liam can make the cover. There's the cover.
And Webb again able to muscle that shoulder off the canvas. And both of these competitors stacking up all this offense against each other. Strike for strike, maneuver for maneuver. This is what the middleweight medallion division is all about here at the Monster Factory.
At this point, it doesn't matter which one of these men walks out the middleweight champion. Both of them are going to be feeling it into July.
Champion back to his feet.
It's not even the...
He's got his hands around the neck of Webb.
Oh, could be double underhooks, perhaps. Could be looking for a devastating move. Mikey Webb reverses.
Able to get up underneath him. He sends Liam to the apron.
He might have been going for that signature springboard form that's
Got
won
caught
him
with
so
an
many,
elbow.
won him so many championship defenses. Mikey Webb wrenching him for the suplex. Liam,
Trying his best to hoist Liam over that top rope. Liam able to struggle out of it.
I think
The
he raked the
springboard!
eyes. Beautiful move. Liam raked the eyes in the reversal. This move's put many a competitor away. And the fate will not be different for Mikey Webb.
That is
Liam
it.
Black is still middleweight medallion champion.
Middleweight medallion holder, Liam Black.
Liam Black walked into tonight to prove a point. That's how we started off things here in TRL. Mikey Webb came out. He issued a challenge. Liam Black had to go to the well how many times to pull out a W tonight? He got the job done against Mikey Webb, despite the Monster Factory faithful having their opinions on it.
Liam Black pulled out the biggest win of his life. Both men threw blows at each other that could have ended a career, but regardless, thank you everyone for tuning in to TRL 89. My name is Devlin Ridley. I'm here with Nick Matee. Good evening and have a good night, everyone.